unveiling the contradictions. British schools abroad flout equality principles. The Department for Education, DfE, has come under fire for its accreditation of private schools abroad as British schools, despite their failure to adhere to the same standards of education as required in England. These schools, known as British Schools Overseas, BSOs, are exempt from teaching about same-sex relationships, equality, and drug abuse, topics that are mandatory in English schools. The BSO scheme is a voluntary program that enables schools to showcase their adherence to British educational standards. However, a recent investigation by The Guardian has revealed that many BSO-accredited schools, particularly those with ties to exclusive private schools in the United Kingdom, are not upholding these standards. One such school is Brighton College Dubai, which boasts of its distinctive British independent school ethos on its website. However, its BSO inspection report acknowledges that United Arab Emirates, UAE, law prohibits the school from discussing marriage and civil partnerships, gender reassignment, sex, and sexual orientation. This is particularly concerning given that the UAE criminalizes sexual acts between people of the same sex. Amnesty International UK has condemned this discrepancy, emphasizing the importance of British schools abroad upholding protections against discrimination, including those based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Amnesty International argues that the DfE should not grant BSO accreditation to schools that do not meet the same standards set by the Equality Act, a law that prohibits discrimination based on various characteristics, including sexual orientation and gender identity. The DfE's decision to exempt BSO schools from these standards stems from lobbying by private schools. In 2016, the DfE initially intended to align British schools overseas with the curriculum in England. However, after objections from schools, the government reversed its decision, allowing schools to opt out of the requirements if they conflicted with local laws. This decision has resulted in a situation where some BSO schools, like Harrow's partner school in Thailand, are unable to teach children about respect for civil partnerships and gender reassignment, which are not legally recognized in that country. Similarly, Cranleigh Abu Dhabi, which describes itself as adhering to the family values of its UK counterpart, is unable to include material on same-sex relationships and gender reassignment in its curriculum due to UAE legislation. These exemptions raise concerns about the quality of education provided by BSO schools and their adherence to British values. It also highlights the potential for these schools to perpetuate discrimination and intolerance in the countries where they operate. The issue is further complicated by the fact that private schools in England have been opening satellite schools abroad in recent years, often through commercial partnerships. These schools generate profits that are repatriated to fund their activities back home. Cranleigh's financial records indicate that it received over £1 million from its overseas operations last year. The DfE has acknowledged the concerns raised by The Guardian's investigation, but has declined to comment due to the upcoming UK general election. However, the department's actions have raised questions about its commitment to upholding British values and equality principles in the education sector. To address these concerns, the DfE should reconsider its exemption policy and ensure that all BSO schools meet the same standards of education as required in England. This includes providing students with a comprehensive understanding of British values, including respect for diversity and equality. Failure to do so undermines the credibility of the BSO scheme and jeopardizes the reputation of British education abroad.